Praise God and welcome. We're studying music from the St. Paul Music series, and this piece is The Promise of Time. We start with an E minor chord in the 7th position. So move my first finger up, put it on an E, which should be the 7th fret, and then form the E minor chord with a bar, and allow the low E string to ring. I'm going to strum this chord lightly with my index finger. Let it ring for 5 beats. 2, 3, 4, 1. And then I keep strumming it, getting a little louder. And then I'm going to go to the C major 7th chord with an E and a bass. Now we have a scale run starting with the C note, going up diatonically. And then we're going to go to a D chord with a harmonic on the 12th fret of the D string. 3, 4, 1. Now I'm going to strum and I'm going to add the open E string. Crescendo, E on the 12th fret harmonic. Down 2 frets to the G note. And strum with an ease there. Now another diatonic scale run starting on D, going down and crescendoing. Now we go to a C chord with an A in the bass. 3, 4, 1. Keep strumming. Now I add a D in the bass with an E flat going down now chromatically. So now I have a B minor chord. I've got another scale run here starting at C. Again, it's diatonic, but this time it's 2 notes and then triple T to an E. Now we got a C and a B, and a B flat. More run, add a little melody here. Up to harmonic and the B string 12th fret. 2 and a D, 3 and 4, and now we're going to a B7 flat 5th chord, an A and a D sharp, 3 and an F natural. Now we're going to be taking an E minor chord here like we started with, but we'll appreciate it. We're going to slide up from an F sharp to a G, and then pull off from the D to an open E. This is kind of a little connecting interlude here. Now I start the same thing again, the E, going from a C to an A, and now I'm going to take my 4th finger and gliss down to a B flat, from an F to a B flat. Now it's good to gliss. You're going to take your arm and kick it out this way and then pull it back this way as the arm falls, letting gravity move the arm. And I end up on a B flat, open B string, back up we go, shifting up, take my arm, come back up, and I'll put my 3rd finger on the E on the 3rd string. And this is going to be the melody while I strum lightly, a D minor 7th chord. So let me get the right notes here. G and a C sharp, going down chromatically. I've got a melody in the bass line here, which I pick with my thumb. Down to a B flat. It's a B flat 7 chord, and then a B7 chord with an open G, back to the E minor, and then I got the melody with the bass note on the 5th string. Now I've got a B, an open G, and an open B, which I play very lightly with my fingers for the chord. A sharp and back to B, melody. I'm going to lay my 2nd finger down, a little half bar like that, and an E flat to the open D string, harmonic here on the 12th fret, E minor's 9th chord. have the melody continues on the bass note. Open A to B, slide up, down to the A, to the C. Now a little B open string between, going to the C there. Now to the B, and we have this dissonant chord with B, D sharp, F sharp, and a D natural. And working our way back in the bass line, back to the E minor chord where we started. 2, 3, 4, 1, strum it again. This time I lift up my second finger and put it back down again to work up to that C chord, major 7th chord with the E in the bass. Melody note. Another scale run. Back up to this D chord with an open E string and a D and a 12th fret harmonic. 2, 3, 4, 1. Now add a little chromatic melody while I strum and go back down 2 frets. Up E in the bass. Now down to 2 frets. But I go down 3 and slide up to it. Melody chromatically, not chromatic, diatonically. Now a little chromatics in there. Got the C chord with an A in the bass. 3, 4, 1. We strum again. Move the first finger down a fret and back up. And with the D in the bass. And then the E flat and our B minor 7 chord. Now a little diatonic scale run. Up to the D sharp here. A little diminished chord. Now the melody continues, and we kind of have a counterpoint here. We echo it on the 3rd and 4th string, and then we echo it in the reverse mode here on the 5th string. Down to the C. Got a C7 chord here. Open B string, melody, bend that A. And then we go with harmonics. Oh, sorry, open D string first. Now harmonics on the 12th fret. And then I bend this F note and the F sharp. There's a little melody there. Now I have an F sharp. And we're going to have a little chromatic run here. Now we start some harmonics. First on the 7th fret. And then we outline an A minor 7th chord. And then again a 7th fret, but this time on the E string instead of the B string. And now we've got a D7. And then I do a harmonic on the 19th fret on the G string, and I'm going to take my first finger, I'm going to put it right over the fret. Actually, the fret doesn't exist here, it's just kind of over the sound hole. And then I take my thumb behind it and I pluck it to get that note. And that is the same as the 7th fret. So here you have harmonics on the 7th fret, and then way up here on the 9th, on the, what fret was that? The 19th fret. Got the same harmonics. So this is plucking that note. Now I'm going to take and put my 4th finger down on the E, and then 3rd finger on a G, and then I have an open B string and a C sharp, and I'm going to do a arpeggio, an arpeggio with my index finger by coming backwards across the strings. So it's from the treble strings towards the bass strings, and then back up, brushing it. Then I move and I have an F sharp and a C natural, holding on to the 4th finger, and then I have an E and a C, and then I'm taking my 3rd finger, put it on the D, and lift up the 1st finger, and I keep my 2nd finger down on the C, add the 5th string, that's the climax of that. So these chords are very moving. Now we have an E minor 7th chord, and I'm going to strum it backwards with a little vibrato. And then on this fret, which would be the 9th fret, and it's kind of behind the 9th fret, I have a very light, delicate harmonics, which I have to pluck way in towards the back. Very light. All right, so there you have some of the inner workings of the promise of time, and putting it together so that it has the spiritual longing component takes, you know, a good touch, keeping the beat, trying to keep that mood going as we play. All right, I hope you enjoyed looking at that. Try some of the elements of it in your own playing. Take care, and God bless.